And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 471. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK Show, I am going to be having a conversation with Dela once again, and this is going to be his third appearance on the show. Haven't had a chance to talk to him in quite some time, so I was like, you know what? What's going on with Dela? I haven't got a chance to talk to this guy in a while. If you're on Twitter or social media, you would think the world's on fire, but when you go outside and feel that sunlight and you touch that grass and you get the nice fresh air that you sniff, and then you go like, you know what? There's a crackhead down the street, and then there's two guys shooting at each other. Well, that's just another day life in California, actually. But for me, I walk outside and I'm like, whew, I'm going to become a Super Saiyan. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just a normal guy. It's crazy, dude. It's like those guys who always try to rally the troops weirdly. They're like, yeah, we can do this, guys. We can really stick it to the man. I'm like, you're a guy named Jeff. You come on out here. Like, they talk about all these like anime characters that they love. Come on, I like the same characters too, but it's one of these things where they're like, man, but Kaiba and Yugi and Goku, they would be like that. It's like, but yeah, you're not like Vegeta though. You are not like that. You're not as cool, strong, intelligent, good looking.
You don't have the drive. A lot of people, the thing is, people don't have the hate like Vegeta has. You got to remember, Vegeta was the number one hater. Anytime Goku got to this level, Vegeta only got to that level above and beyond because he hated that much. Most you motherfuckers just get on the internet and hate and don't do shit but hate. You don't try to be one up the person you hating on. You below them. So you're not Vegeta. You'll never be Vegeta because you ain't got the drive or the hate.
It's also crazy how they speak about anime in this way, but they take like none of the good lessons or good morals or any of the nice intrinsic stuff about it. None of the morality hits these people. None of these good quality traits, these characters of these people. Like Vegeta is someone who, also trained a lot too. And if you want to take that in life, guys, understand this though. If you don't put effort in anything, unless you're just some sort of like genius fucking prodigy that can do that kind of thing, nothing's going to mount for you. I think on Twitter, one day I was just scrolling and this person had a thread and he actually locked the replies because the replies were just, oh my God, these people are just so stupid. One of the people I replied to in there before I got locked down, because he had said something to the guy. So the guy made a post about jobs and he said, if you're streaming on Twitch or YouTube or Kick or whatever, and you only have like 5 viewers and you're streaming like 8 hours a day, it's like, why don't you just put that same effort in getting a job on the side to help you? Because that can't be paying your bills if you have bills doing that because you are probably making no money. And then a person under him replied to him and said, how have you tried getting a job? That shit is modern slavery. And I was like, if the generation of you kids actually think that, you're screwed. Because I don't understand this line of thinking that has come with a lot of these kids where they make like all these TikTok videos and shit like that. And all these girls are being like, college is a scam and all this sort of stuff. And I can't get a job. And this job, I did have a job, but I quit it because I just couldn't mentally handle having a job. While simultaneously not realizing that the same parents that you had, whether you had a grandma, an aunt or uncle or mom who raised you or whatever, even if you had a single parent, doesn't matter. That same single parent or 2 parents you had, that's a crazy thought exercise for you dumb people out there. How do you think they were supporting you? They used that same system we've all been using, checks notes for all of our life. So if you think that you're above a 9 to 5, cool. But I don't think a lot of you guys are like that. Back in my generation, well, back in my day a little bit, even in yours too, people that actually were like, you know what, fuck a 9 to 5. You know what they did, guys? They took the money they did have and they invested it and became successful. You guys don't even do that. For some reason, your logic just extends this far, and that's it. They go, well, I don't want to get 9 to 5. Got any other plans? No. What?
It's funny because, when you look at like how things are going, the reason why like a lot of companies rather hire immigrants for things is because like an immigrant will work that 9 to 5 for less pay and be happy with it because it's like they don't work their asses off for that.
Like at least 10 years, multiple years. Do it.
Yeah. And they'll do it. And a lot of people just want the end game of things. They don't want like to start from the bottom and work their way up. They're like, I want top pay now. I deserve the top pay now. Like You don't. Like, there's people who's been doing this for way longer than you, and for you to come in as a new person and expect top pay, you're out of your mind. Also, it's like some companies don't want to deal with the younger generation because it's so many like hurdles and like PC things. It's so much. Everybody just wants things without doing the work, and it's very frustrating and disheartening, especially when you see things come out like, oh, the mayor of New York was talking about how the black household they only make like 20 grand a year, and
I heard, yeah. Mhm.
a white household it's 200 grand a year, and I'm like, are these numbers based on these things? Let's look at these things. Are these based on the
Yeah.
following? One, is it a 2-family fucking home?
Which would make a big difference.
Because if you look at the white people, mommy and daddy are working. In New York, mommy and daddy are working. So if both of them are working and making double income, you're gonna get 200. You're gonna get the 100 grand. But if it's a single black mother or father, right, that money's not there. Also, what are the job skills? What are the job sets? It's you hear this stuff like, oh, the opportunities are there for white people and black people, not more for white people than black people. Also, they also don't talk about how they start putting Hispanics as white. They classify Hispanics as white too. So if there's Hispanics making 200 grand a year, then what? They're not classified as black. They're white people. So there's no black people making 200 grand a year. There's none. There's no black nurses. There's no black doctors. There's no black doctors. There's none of that in the black community, right? There's none. Those are unicorns. Like, maybe
actually that is true. I don't think I've had one black doctor in my whole life.
My primary care doctor is a black woman, and she's her own practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rare. Actually, you're right. It's more rare to see a black doctor or lawyer. You'd actually have a better chance seeing a black cop than seeing a black doctor or lawyer. That's true. Oh, you remember that joke that happened a few years ago where kids on university campuses were making this argument to like Charlie Kirk? They're like, well, why don't more black people go and run for like they become part of Congress? And some dude was like, they'd rather commit the crime than actually be a part of solving the crime. I was just laughing so hard.
Yeah,
but let's be honest here. Keep in mind. It's that thing that you just brought up there because I know the new New York mayor who's just an absolute moron. I know someone's low IQ when I read not one of those guys that cancels people for their past tweets. That guys, this is a past tweet that is so beyond retarded. The average person would look at that and go, "What?" He had a past tweet where he literally said, "I'm not making this up. I'm not the guy." Literally said, "We should empty the jails." You know what? I don't care how old a tweet of is like that. Anyone that even thinks that in their brain is a moron. Just pointing out, how about we'll just use this week, for example. There was a guy who was a FedEx worker that kidnapped a 7-year-old white girl, potentially, allegedly molested her, strangled her, and threw her body in a dumpster. That guy's going to be going to jail or executed, either or, doesn't matter.
I hope that guy lives in a state where there's a death penalty. I hope. Why are people's taxpayer dollars paying for that man to stay alive? Then if you look at that other thing, what was the guy who stabbed that girl on the bus?
Oh, he was basically too stupid to stand trial.
Yeah, he can't stand trial. He's too crazy to stand trial.
But he was not crazy to get EBT or Medicaid or in that shit. Fucking ridiculous, man. But pure fact, Rand, to also add to your point, that probably wasn't him getting that stuff. It's probably his mom that got it for him. Let's be honest here. Ins don't know how to read. Let's be honest here. He probably doesn't know how to read or write. His mom got him that shit.
To say to empty all the jails is pretty much saying like, I don't care what happens. We need the jails emptied and just like let them back on the streets.
Because I'm not kidding. That was an actual tweet. Nobody in any leadership position should ever say that. Because these people are always running on, I'm going to keep you safe. I know what your best interests are. Tweet, we should empty the jails. Guys, there's people in those jails that have straight up burned people. Straight up through a match and burnt people on subway stations in New York. And you want that person running around? No.
Well, how are you going to keep people safe if there's no criminals on the street? Why do you think there's a whole? Let's put on our tinfoil hats right now. Let's put on our tinfoil hats right now and take this walk with me. Why every time they arrest somebody, they just catch and release, catch and release, catch and release? If all the crooks are in jail, what are the lawyers going to do? What money are they going to try to get to say like, oh, we need more police, we need more this. Like if the streets are safe, it's like nobody has jobs. Like it's like, how can I keep the people safe. This is all the prisoners, all the bad guys are killed or in jail.
Yeah. And
why do we have like no death penalty? New York should have a death penalty because there's people literally murdering people, but we don't have a death penalty. There's so many states that do away with the death penalty because you know why? I want to keep this criminal alive so he could make whatever bullshit for slave labor wages, and then send him back in society. And when he gets out, he probably doesn't know that function and stuff, and he'll go to commit the crime and come back because you know why? He's institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
And now in New York, they're building jails in each borough. So now, if you commit a crime, but you're from the Bronx and you did the crime in Queens, they send you to the Bronx jail. If you commit a crime, but you're from Manhattan, they send you to Manhattan jail. So there's jails in each borough now, so that people are closer. So they're closing one jail, but making multiple jails. So
yeah,
you're emptying the jails just to put them in another jail.
And the other thing to add to your point is, and guys understand, the system is really fucked up. There are some people that haven't done anything that are in there. Yeah, okay. Yes. But that's not all the people there, guys. Keep in mind, there might be some guys that got really fucked over with people lying about them. For sure. And I'm not going to disagree with that. But this notion that someone is going to be in charge of a state and actually now is in charge of said state and actually said that, why would he have any reason to protect you? He wanted to literally empty the jails. Guys, there's a reason why jails are created. They're to house bad people that have done really bad shit. Keep in mind, let's just say we lived in a world where his purge-style world is allowed. So that guy that just grabbed that 7-year-old and strangled her and threw her in a trash can and killed her, you would want that person walking around you? Would you want? Keep in mind, we don't have to have people around. We could. I'll be honest here. If it's a case like that guy, why can't we just dump these people on like Snake Island, have the snakes rip them apart, rip them to shreds? Because keep in mind, like I said before, why do as taxpayers we have to pay for that guy to still be alive when he should already be in the ground already? But people have said it's our system here. We have due process and rights and all that stuff, which can be a benefit and a detriment depending on who it is. But I think when you have things like that guy, it's like he's gonna lose no matter what it is. I think he's gonna go to jail or he's gonna get executed.
People like that should lose all their rights.
Yeah,
I think should lose all their rights. I think people like that, especially if you're in jail, I've said this many times before, we need to stop animal testing. And there's people on death row, people who are in jail for like 50 plus years. Why don't we do testing on them and test medications and stuff on them? Because what's going to happen? They're going to do the pharmaceutical company tests on animals to give it to us eventually, right?
True.
Just cut the middleman out. Stop doing the animals. Just give it to inmates. Give it to inmates. Some of these guys on death row, they're never gonna. You strap them up and inject them with the stuff.
I've never got that. Or I never understood when people say that either. It's like, well, they're like, but their life still means anything. No, it doesn't. Actually, okay, this is my stipulation. Maybe you might agree. If someone is on video admitting they did it, there's video evidence of them doing. Eyewitnesses saying they did it, guys. They're not ever going to see the light of day ever again in the same fashion that we are, because obviously we don't commit a crime at that level, right? What is the point of keeping them alive, though? I have to argue that, because keep in mind, they already caused so much trauma and damage to someone else's family, but oh my God, we're the bad people if we kill them. What? Have you ever heard of this notion, eye for an eye? And people say, but that's not moral. You know what? Moral is depending on who you're talking to. If you're asking me personally, if you caused that family that lost that 7-year-old little girl this past week, they should be allowed to do whatever they want to that guy, torture him in any way possible. What
about the mother who lost her 7-month-old baby?
Yeah.
What about that mother? What about that woman? That man, they got the guy, right?
Yeah.
This woman lost her that was a baby, 7 months. 7 months is gone now. Because why? Because of stupid gang beef or violence, whatever it is, because he was in a gang and he saw his op and he wanted to shoot it, but he can't shoot, so he freaking shoot a random person and then kills a
Did you see the one recently in Texas where a lady got into a little bit of a car, not a big car accident, but one of those like where you scrape the guy a little bit. Black woman comes out, kicks the pregnant mom in the stomach, even though she knows that lady's pregnant. Hey, come on, you do that. That was another one that just happened just a few days ago with that other little girl. And keep in mind, in Texas, I'm pretty sure if you do that, that's considered a double homicide. Keep in mind, she's going to be going to jail forever. Why are we keeping this person alive? I just don't get this like moral empathy for someone that's on video doing those things, unless there's certain there's certain circumstances that say otherwise. People like that FedEx guy that just did it to that girl, literally, you're never gonna have a life again. You forfeited that right when you did that. It's just how that works, though. Come on, guys. That might be mean. That might not be morally just, but how else do you punish these things, though? For some reason, some of you guys are so weird. Like, you'll want bad people punished, but then when you finally get to that cusp of punishment, it's not good enough for you, or you don't want to see it.
And also, when people say that, it's like the people who were cheering the death of Charlie Kirk, the people who wish death upon the president, the people who wish death upon anybody who's right winged, and it goes against their narrative, both on the left and right. When we say in common sense, like this person who committed a heinous act should die, we need to have conversations. We shouldn't do that. But you're quick to you want to kill the president. You want the president to be dead. You're championing the death of Charlie Kirk. You want everybody who says like, oh, if they say a trans woman is not a woman, you want that person dead. You want to unalive. You want to unalive these people, right? But to unalive the actual monsters, it's like, well, we need to sit back and look at the system that created these monsters. No, there's no system. I grew up in Mossy Projects. I've seen people get shot. I've seen that shit. I grew around the drug game. I went to freaking juvenile detention because of selling drugs. Right? I didn't shoot. I didn't kill anybody. I'm not a product of my environment. So what is this?
Well, they would use in your argument, they would use, well, he reformed himself with our system. But guys,
I didn't reform myself. It's just like who I surround myself with. It's like, here's the thing. I fucked up. My mother was like, cut the shit. You're going to the military. Pick one, college or the military. I was like, I'm not going to college because I'm a freaking idiot. I went to the military. And don't think just because I went to the military, they mean I got handouts. Because in the military, spoiler alert, some of those handouts is like jumping through hoops.
You gotta work for that. Like a lot of people, they just give you free shit. No, you gotta work for that.
No, you want to get. I'm not even like, I don't even get veteran benefits. The most veteran benefits is a discount at a store if they have discounts. I'm not getting a weekly check. I'm not getting a monthly check like some of these guys do. You know, I'm not getting all these crazy things. You know, but people think, oh, well, you went to the military, so you get all these perks. No, the fuck I don't. When people hear military, they think we're all unhinged and unstable. So I don't get it. I don't get the whole notion of if people actually are monsters, we need to talk about the system. But go ahead. We got to kill the president. We got to kill the transphobes. We got to kill the people who are anti this. We got to kill all these people.
Or they're not looking inward and don't understand. What's that word? I think it's they have no self-reflection. They have no common sense. Like if you're saying that people like that should be just killed, just dead because of essentially words, like essentially words are violence to these people. But then people that have actually murdered children, which should automatically mean your life is over. Exactly. No, but they're misunderstood. While not simultaneously realizing you are literally on the cusp of being that person yourself, and or not realizing what you're advocating is an actual monster being alive versus a person that is just obviously words. You just disagree with them politically. And some people now are at this point where disagreeing with them politically is just as bad as a person that has maybe insertedly killed a child. What in the world? How do you even get to that mindset?
Two different things. It's just that a lot of people don't understand that the people who think they aren't political pawns, you actually are a political pawn. Because if a politician tells you to go out and oppose federal agents and you go do it, you are a political pawn. Because when your ass gets shot or put in jail, these politicians are just going to go, we lost another one, but keep the fight. Sounds just like when they send Americans to war and you die and they go, we lost a soldier, but the fight must go on. The only difference is that soldier was trained and gets paid in a check. You were just a guy who works in Starbucks or fucking a library and you're running out with a sign and you're trying to Stop
Always got blue
federating.
hair. Always got a septum piercing.
It stop being a freaking pawn for the government. I
Or
had a
it's like
whole
that. It's like that guy in the business dude that's always like, yeah, man, we're like the Saiyans from Dragon Ball. We can fight Frieza and take over the man. No, first of all, you can barely pay your own bills. You couldn't even possibly imagine. I could possibly imagine, well, you can't take care of your own shit. We're going to make sure all of us take over something. Absolutely insane. Like, I remember I was having this conversation with this girl on You Mingle, fucking crazy place to be on. But I was having a conversation about if someone broke into your house, and they got, and I just blew their brains out. I just shot them or whatever. She was like, you probably shouldn't do that. I don't believe they should lose their life. And I was sitting there going like, so, and I ask people this, what can someone do where it crosses the line that we should all probably have in our brains? That's like a common sense line where you go, that is unacceptable. You need to be terminated because, keep in mind, guys, terminating these people would also send a signal out to people going like, don't do that or you're gone too. It should be that simple, right? Public executions, lynchings, all that stuff. You know,
bring those back. Bring back public executions. Bring back that. Bring that back. We need that. We need that. I guarantee you, if they brought back public executions in a way where it's on a freaking big teleprompter, like in Times Square, where this guy, they could fucking block it out when he gets like shocked or something or hung. I guarantee you, crime will diminish because people are like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy because I just saw a story where these women, these are two black women, they went to I think Korea, Thailand, and they tried like to not pay for their nails. They got arrested, and when they got arrested, they paraded them on the street in the yellow the orange jumpsuits, because they don't play that shit over in other countries. Like, you can't. People need to understand, like, you can't go to other countries and play the same shit you play in America.
And that's why I tell people that's why we have a good country. We're basically. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's good to do that. I'm saying like the people that argue that this country sucks. Another one in Thailand. I'll mention. Keep in mind, guys. This is just what I've seen. A guy was at a brothel or whatever. He didn't pay after he got like some knowledge from some girls. Let's just say they threw him out and beat him. Now, not obviously savagely beating him. Oh, but they like stomped him in the head and punched his knees a little bit. Come on, that's for everyone to see. This guy's pants are on the ground. It was an Indian guy, so his dick is fucking 3 inches. That probably smells like shit. It's like, come on. That is what their countries do if you do these things, and it sets the standard like, hey, I'm not doing that, I'm good. Why do you think most of their crime rate is that low? Why do you think Japan's crime rate is that low? When people say, but there's crime in different places, no one's saying if you stop crime here, then crime is just eliminated. That's just not a thing. It's ever going to happen no matter what. But it's definitely not to the same level we have it here. And for women here, it always disgusts me, dude. Women will say here, like, this country sucks, it's so misogynistic, patriarchal, and all that stuff. All right, that's cool. Go live in Saudi Arabia. This is so bad here. Literally, get the fuck out. Go over there. Because over there, if you tried that, you're dead.
Why do you think like think about it? There's Muslim women who come over here and like can talk shit about the country and get away with it freely. Well, you can't do that in their country. Like, put it like this. I tell this to people all the time. You don't hate America. You hate the American government. You don't hate America. You hate the American government, because we can all agree the American government sucks. It doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter if it's a blue Democrat or red Republican. Doesn't matter. You hate the government because the government sucks. And sorry to break it to you, we're all going to die in debt. You're going to be in debt, because put it like this. You could pay off your school loans. You could pay off your college loans. You could pay off your credit cards. You could buy your house in cash, right? You could buy right now. You, top G Riz Master, can buy a house, right? Let's say I gave you got $1 billion. You buy a house and everything, right? Pay it off, everything in cash. You still got to pay property taxes. Because you don't pay a property tax. You know what the city's going to do? They're going to repossess your shit. They're going to take your shit and sell it off to the next person.
That's why I tell people, you never truly own a house.
You don't own nothing. You're always going to be in debt, because you know why? Because the government needs you. The government needs you to bleed. Why am I paying property taxes and I got fucking potholes 2 blocks away? I'm not talking like little potholes, it's a little bump. I'm talking freaking gigantic
craters.
It's not just one. It's like one after the other. Fucking Modami is talking about, I'm fixing up potholes. I fixed up 2,000 potholes. Why are there potholes and major freeways still? Major freeways where people are commuting, there's still fucking crater potholes. What is going on with that?
Yeah.
Where are my tax dollars going? Where's it going? What am I doing? What is
Because
happening?
he was saying he has all this time to talk about, like, I don't know, racial politics, but then he's also simultaneously out of his other mouth in another day saying we should all just get along and we should all just try to do better for each other. But you were also racially dividing people by what you just said in your other conference meeting, where he's like, well, white parents make more than, okay, well, keep in mind, what no one likes to do, you know what's crazy, dude? People don't, like I said before, what you said at the beginning, where people said to you, this notion that people want to see the end of something, but not see the middle part of it. That's
Yeah.
what you said earlier. That makes sense, because a lot of people want to see the end of something, but not see the actual middle part of it where you get to that ending. So people understand, why is that? Maybe white families do better than black families. Could it maybe, just throwing it out there, is it maybe the fact that the black community doesn't value having a 2-parent household and it's all about single mom culture, dad's not being there, bad. I like rap music. I actually like, I don't mind it, but the music itself glorifying bad shit, and that actually negatively impacts people. Also, black people have this thing that they do where it's kind of, how would I say it? It's like they're always permanently victims, so they never actually want to achieve anything and never actually want to get out of the bad situation. How? Because when people are saying, when you break these things down, is it really as bad as he makes it out to be? Well, yeah, it is. It actually is. And that's because a lot of black people don't try to make themselves better. And I think you said it before on your other appearances, where they're just kind of stuck always permanently being a victim, while not realizing, yeah, in life, there's going to be times where you're not going to be ahead. You're going to struggle. But keep in mind, that should urge you and make you want to push past these things. But it doesn't for these people. They just go, well, I'm a victim, and it's all white people's fault, even though it's not. It's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault. It's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault. That's what I noticed too. It's crazy,
Yeah.
right?
And it's also you gotta think about what a lot of people do. They help each other out. So like for instance, like I'm in a good company. I work for a good company and I have connections with other like
Mhm.
corporations and stuff that like that are good company that's gonna pay them, that's gonna pay you good amount of money. My nephew's graduating high school. He's gonna go to college. My company does internships. I know the other companies that have internships. I know I have ins with people. What do you think I'm doing? Yo, here's my nephew wants to go into this type of field. You know, he's starting out. Can I get him an internship here? Send me his resume. That's how you build the wealth, because that's what a lot of white people do. They go, there's white, not just white people, Spanish people, Asian people, they do that. They bring their families into it or their friends that say, I'm gonna put you on this, and this is how you grow. Because the next thing you know, he puts his people on and stuff. Like with MTA, MTA tries to get their own family members in and stuff. Like, yo, my son, my nephew, my cousin, my wife, my sister. They're trying to get everybody in it, because at the end of the day, when you eat, everybody eats together at the same table.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes within the black community, it's like this crab mentality. It's
Yeah,
like,
crabs in a bucket. Yeah, that's the worst.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, why are you trying to come up? Like, nah, you good. You don't need this. You don't. I don't got you. Nah.
It's like
Don't
they try
worry.
to
Like,
keep you on. It's like that thing of the girl where she has the friends, and even though that outfit that the friend is trying on, she knows it doesn't look good, but she's so jealous of that girl for looking better than her. She'll tell her basically something that is detrimental to her just to keep her on her level. Because by fact, that's the same saying and notion that a lot of these black people have. It's you can't. It's weird unless they literally have a life epiphany moment to make them think otherwise. They're not changing because they're always just permanently victims, and it's always someone else's fault. Or always talking about the system. You know what's crazy, guys? System is gonna fuck over a lot of people.
it's just that you
But
gotta know to navigate and beat the system at its own game.
yeah. And people keep saying, well, we got to throw more money at welfare and stuff. Guys, throwing more money at that stuff hasn't fixed it at all. You know how much money we already spend on that in general? It doesn't fix it at all. It's weird, like, I don't know, narrative that throwing more money at it's going to fix the problem. When has that ever done anything?
You
Actually, that's
can't.
probably been the worst thing you could do
They've
is throw more money at it.
they shown videos of people who were homeless, right? They were homeless, drug addicts, and they put them in the like these luxury apartments, because you know it has to be like the 20. It's called the 2080 program, where it's like 20% has to be low income, and they fluctuate the number. Sometimes like 40, 70, like the numbers change. So this woman who was a drug addict, homeless and stuff, they go into the house, right, to check on her. The house is a mess. It's dirty, screwed up. and she's like complaining like, oh, they gotta come fix my bathroom, and like the house is dirty as shit. There's like a whole bunch of stuff in it because her mentality is not. You can't fix. You gotta fix the mentality first. You can't throw money. You can't give $1 billion to a homeless person and say, "You got it. Go ahead, be your best."
Yeah, it's
and
like the same thing.
Like you're gonna give reparations to all the black people, right? All the black people get reparations. Every black person gets $500,000 or $1 million. Every black person. Now what? What are you doing with that million?
Yeah.
Look at how these fucking dumbass streamers act. What's the first thing they start buying? McLarens,
Lambos.
Ferraris,
I've noticed everyone all buy a Lambo. It's just a Lambo. Some shits cost like $600,000.
They're talking about oh, getting 80K a month isn't enough for my lifestyle. What is this lifestyle you have that 80K is not enough?
I find
80K a month.
If I made $80,000 a month, I would never work a day in my life ever again. I promise you guys that right now.
80K, but the thing is, but here's what it is. It's a trick because the thing is, I have to sell you my fabulous lifestyle. Like, look at my lifestyle.
Yeah, like the all MTV
stuff.
Cribs kind of thing. Yeah,
like, look how good it is. Look at it. Look at it. Like, look at all these controllers I got. I got all the new controllers. I got the chopper sticker. You ain't got that, right? And what are you gonna want to do? You want these same things, right? So you're gonna thrive. They try to get this stuff. It's gonna be a hard road for you to get it, but you probably never get it. But I have to keep selling it to you because you gotta copy. You gotta buy the controllers. You gotta buy the stickers. You have to get it. You have to throw money at things you can't fucking afford. And then when it gets repossessed, you're like, oh, I don't know the system. No, you dumbass.
Oh, because you're talking about Rakai. I noticed that. Keep on, guys. No offense, but I'll get in trouble if I start saying those things on YouTube. I'll be nice. I'll just say this. If someone is out there saying 80, come on, guys. I want to just to optically explain it to how dumb most of you people are. If $80,000 is not enough to sustain his lifestyle,
a month. This is not 80K a year. A month.
Yes, he has no kids. He lives at home with his parents. I would imagine, right? Okay, so a single guy lives with his parents. They probably pay everything for him. He makes that. I imagine. Okay, I'll be fair here. I'll say he gives his parents something. Okay, I'll be a little fair there. So let's just hypothetically say if he pays his mom rent or whatever, he's still going to get away with a lot of money. Still at most 80K, right? There are people in this world who live off of their minimum wage jobs making $2,000 a month. And this person said he can't sustain his lifestyle with about $80,000, but you can sustain your life with significantly less money that you'll never see in your entire life. You see how like crazy these people are coming up? These streamers like Rakai and Kai Cenat, all these other people. Kai Cenat doesn't even stream anymore. Just lives off of basically all those Twitch subs that he got on doing all those crazy streams he did. And then now a lot of people are noticing with Twitch, his numbers are dropping. Well, yeah, guys, it's not just view botting. It's hyperinflated. It's a kingmaker system where the people on top are doing very good, but everyone else in the middle is nothing. Why do you think on Twitch just having 3 average viewers puts you in like what top 10% of people? You know, 3 average people, 3 people, just 3. That's it. Having 3 average viewers puts you in that because they know view botting is a problem there, and they know that it's a few of these streamers here and there carrying the platform. If Kai Cenat essentially retires from streaming, which he's probably done, he could just go away with his millions of dollars. Who else carries it? Rakai? That guy's trash. No, this guy who's dating an OnlyFans star, you know, also influencing the next generation too. If he's selling your kids this lifestyle, he's also selling your kids that it's okay to date OnlyFans models who show off their buttholes for $5.99. That's something you want your kids watching, taking, I'm not saying moral values from, but thinking that they're a role model. People actually think these guys are role models. That's crazy.
I saw a girl get extremely upset about the industry and OnlyFans models because she's like, this is terrible. It's like, it's not helping women at all because it's like influencing them. Like at 18, show your body and you're going to become rich and stuff. So like the generation just keeps doing it over and over and over and over and over. Like 18, like, do you know how wild it is that this think that the minute a girl turns 18 is like, that's it. Like, I'm going to do OnlyFans and make millions of dollars. Like, why are we pushing that to be a thing? Why is it 18? Like, you need to raise that number to like about 21, maybe. Because, and I've seen some OnlyFans models who've been doing it for a while saying, like, listen, 18 is too much. Asami also thinks like, oh, this girl has been doing it for 5 years or 6 years, whatever. She's aging out because here's spoiler alert, in the industry of sex, you age out.
Women you have your prime.
Age out.
Yeah.
So women do this, and next thing you know, they start aging out. The next girl, I'm 18, and it's like fresh. Mm-hmm. Is it creepy? Absolutely creepy. Absolutely. You won't see me trying to fuck some 18-year-old girl or like 21-year-old. No. Like you see celebrities doing it. It's weird. They're grown adults. Let them do that stuff. But like, not me. Is it a problem? Girls are doing OnlyFans? No. Do you whatever make your money? Don't be mad at the women. Be mad at the men buying that stuff. Be mad at them because they're keeping it afloat.
And I will say though, you're right.
If all the men one day stop being horny, what if one day all the men in the world woke up and stopped being horny? Stop. It was like, we're not horny anymore.
That would change everything, honestly.
OnlyFans would crash. You think there's a lot of horny women that's going to buy other women's stuff?
No, there's not enough lesbians supporting that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's why I always shit on the men. Like, I love shitting on women because they're morons, but the men, dudes are the worst.
I think men are just as stupid. I think, you know what? It's not a gender. It's not a gender thing. It's just the person.
Right. Because you know what's crazy is what's different about the girls is the girls have actually for some reason doubled down so hard on their bullshit. They actually think selling their body for $3.99 is good. That's because they have to delude themselves because this is the kind of last ditch effort lifestyle they need to sustain their life. Men are different. What's crazy is a lot of these married guys will tell me, MSK, Dela, go and get married, have a great life and everything. I'm so loyal to my wife. You guys do know that a good amount of these OnlyFans girls subscribers are married dudes. The same married guy that says he's loyal to his wife is subscribing to girls' OnlyFans, giving them money that should be going to his wife, kids, car payments, whatever. It's going to girls on OnlyFans who probably have Indians running their social media accounts, sharing their assholes for $3.99. But that loyal guy is so loyal, right? He's subbing to girls on OnlyFans. Yeah, get the fuck out of my face.
Then they
find
like some fuck? Politician's husband or boyfriend was like cross-dressing or something. Like some Republican, like she's like a Republican stuff with a husband. It's just you just have to think like where in society did we break down? I know, like talking about like society breakdown. Like I just saw that 10th graders have the reading the capability or the reading level of a first grader. First grader. Like you're in 10th grade, you have a first grade reading level.
I saw that. That's really bad.
Because you know why? Yeah. Because the thing is, like every kid has a phone in school.
Dude's going on TikTok.
There's nobody's learning on analog anymore. They don't do pencil and pen stuff anymore. It's just computer, and it does, and it's like put like this: the next generation is fucking doomed. It's doomed. It's doomed. Gonna have more idiots running the world. It's gonna legit be idiocracy. We are really heading towards the world of idiocracy because to try to talk common sense into people is detrimental. Nobody wants to have common sense. It's just you disagree with me, you're bad. Agree with me to be good. No, you can't have conversation with people. Like I just try to have. I remember talking to one of my coworker, and he's gay. He's gay, and he was like talking, and it's like he's Democrat. He's very Democratic.
Yeah,
and he was talking about immigration stuff, and like I'm talking to him, and he's like yelling. I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, this. I'm like, stop yelling. I am right here.
Yeah, just manners.
Just have a conversation.
Like, well, just proper like, manners. Have some respect.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, but I was like, okay. He's like, oh, Trump is racist. I was like, so is Biden. He's like, Biden's not racist. I was like, Biden pretty much say black people don't know to get on the internet to get the COVID vaccine. He's like, oh, I never heard that. I was like, Biden also still calls black people Negroes. So stop.
Was on a call with a politician where the politician told Biden that he saw black people as cage animals. Remember that one? I love those.
Yeah.
Love those ones.
Like,
yeah.
So if you think Trump is the only racist person out there, Joe Biden is just as racist. Okay. Like, oh, they're locking up immigrations. Okay. Let's talk immigration. The laws have to change. We have to change the immigration laws. But if you come here illegally and go past your visa, the same thing that you think is going to happen the same thing. If you go to another country and you break the immigration laws, what do you think they do? They kick you out. There's a whole bunch of people from the LGBTQ community that went to like I think the Netherlands to as asylum seekers. I forgot. I think it was
the
Norway.
Egypt?
The Nether. No. They went to as I think it was Norway or the Netherlands as asylum seekers. They're from America, saying they're asylum seekers, and America doesn't count as a country that classifies as like
Yeah.
it's for your asylum, because the thing is, to be an asylum, the country has to be deemed as unsafe, and that your life is at risk. You can't be there. So now they're stuck, and the country's like, you got to get out. You're not an asylum seeker. Leave. Why is it America gotta have open borders? Why are we the only country that have open borders? Everybody else, they're like, you come here, you're getting kicked out. We're gonna kick you fucking out.
Yeah, you have to have a passport, or you're getting the fuck out. And keep in mind, they don't play that shit. But it's like what you just said. It's either you leave or you're going to jail. It's none of this like, oh, we got to have conversation. No, this is the rule. It's like that thing where someone says like, it's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts. But like, no. There's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts. This is the rule. You abide it, or you get the fuck out, or you're going to jail. These people here, like, apparently, it's crazy. And keep in mind, Trump has a lot of problems. I agree. But they'll be like, well, we should uphold the laws and stuff, because they get mad when Trump doesn't do it. But then and the other mouths say we should have open borders. You uphold the law yourself. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking clown. What? Getting mad at someone else for not upholding the law while they want illegal people coming over constantly, which literally breaks the law, which fundamentally destroys your own argument. What you are telling me is fundamentally contradictory. Mind blown.
It's just like with the whole thing, like with reparations, like the presidents have, like, Obama didn't give niggas reparations.
He was 2 terms.
We had a black president for 8 years. That nigga didn't give us reparations. We got fucking black billionaires. Those niggas ain't building fucking housing and schools for us. Why are we not asking Oprah to build more houses?
He didn't give black people anything.
What BLM did? BLM got all that money. They started buying up mansions in white neighborhoods. Why is it? It's always funny when you hear these black celebrities say, "Oh, I live in a white neighborhood." Why'd you move there? Why didn't you move to a black neighborhood? Why'd you move to a white gated community? Explain yourself. Like the woman from The View. Oh, my son, I have to make sure he's safe because he's the only black person in a white neighborhood. Why did you move to a white neighborhood? If your son's a track star, he's running in a white neighborhood, and you're afraid for him, why did you move to a white neighborhood?
That was Sunny. I remember she said that. I was like, wait a minute. It's like, that's crazy. They're so close to getting it. She moves to a white neighborhood, guys. Why do you think she did that? Because it is statistically been proven white neighborhoods have the lowest crime rates in the gated communities.
When people say I'm going to move to California, where's the first place they say they want to move to?
Like Beverly Hills, right? For the most part.
Yeah, Beverly Hills and the SoCal area. Why is it never Compton? Why is it not Compton?
When Hassan is out here saying things like, "Oh, I know how you black guys are. I grew up tough." Man. Okay.
When these streamers get money, where they moving? They ain't moving they getting out the hood.
Yeah, why is
it when you get money, any black person, rappers, anybody, ask anybody from the hood, you get money, what they say, I gotta get out the hood, bro. We gotta get out the hood. I thought the hood was good. I thought it's not too bad. I thought the hood made you who you are.
They gone.
Why are you leaving? Where did you go? You moving with white people. Then you get upset because the white people look at you different. Why don't you make a black suburban area? My area is predominantly black people, working class black people. They're older. And you know what? I haven't heard a gunshot. I haven't heard, the most I hear is motherfuckers driving with their badass exhaust and blasting music and stuff. But there's no gunshots. There's no people on the block running around. I mean, I could go up a couple like blocks over, then it gets kind of shaky and shit. Am I out the hood? Yes. But I'm just like right there. I'm at a comfortable level right there. Working class. But why is it that these rich celebrities, black celebrities, move into white areas and then complain?
Or what was that one chick? If she was at the Grammys and she was like, nobody is on stolen ground.
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Yeah. Billie Eilish. Come to find out, she lived in like the most gated community with like 3 security guards at the front gate.
And on like Indian, like it's an Indian preserve or something. And then they were telling her like, "Yo, like, give us the land back," and she's like, "No, I pay for this." Like, oh, okay.
They're so close to getting it. It's right there. It's right there, and their brain is like a fucking wall that will never let that thing pass. They're so close to getting it. It's funny that she'll say these things when she's like, okay. What's crazy is people don't even know history. This is what school. It's crazy is apparently all these guys that advocate for public schools apparently paid attention to public schools. You guys do know that this was conquered, right? It wasn't stolen.
It's called being conquered. You know, like most. Here's another thing people need to understand. America is about 400 years old. We're young.
Yeah.
We're still young. We're a young nation. Everybody else is hundreds of years, thousands. And
Yeah.
what they done, conquer, pillage is the same shit. It's called conquering. Like, that's what it is. It's no fair trade. And what people need to understand, there will never be a way to be equal. Because if you
Mhm.
gave everybody the same amount of money and the same amount of everything right now, somebody's gonna go, I want more.
And that's why I always told people, like, and that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people when you bring up that not everyone's equal and people, but we're all the same. No. You're people are fundamentally missing the point. Like, okay, let's use guys and girls for this example here, guys. When a girl says, I want a guy that's 6 feet tall, makes like $100K a year, has a car, has a place. Okay, so in your mind, that girl is not equal to that guy. Want to know why? If someone is equal to you, come on, why would she want all these other excess things? No, you might strong is no too. I want a guy who's strong, who's tall, who's rich, all that stuff. Then that's not equal. We're not equals then. If I'm gonna have all that and you're gonna have whatever the fuck you're gonna have, that's not equality. That's not what that is. You know, not everyone plays by the same level of resources, and when it comes to that too. Like literally, when these people are saying, "Well, why don't you just give more houses to build more houses to house more homeless people?" That doesn't.
They go back
anything.
to the street. They go back to the street.
Yeah,
because that's what they're used
changes. To. Yeah,
these people have to change the mindset.
These people think that if you just do these abstract things, then the problem just goes away. It's like you said before, it's a mentality foundational thing you have to fix in order to get this stuff done. These weird communistic people are so dumb when it's like, but I remember when remember the immigration thing was piling up some months ago, and then this lady was outside advocating for like child killers to be released. Like, but the facility is inhumane. Yeah, it should be. Those people and they're murdered kids. It should be.
Yes, it's what people don't understand. Like, some people say like the facilities where they hold like immigrants and stuff is inhumane. It's like, well, yeah, it's like a prison. Prison is inhumane.
It's not a cat. It's
gonna meet the bare minimum. It's like it has a roof and it stores them, and that's what it is. So they get deported. If you go overseas and you do some shit, you think you're gonna be in inhumane conditions? No, they're just gonna fucking put you in a cell, hold you there for how many hours and months and then days and kick your ass out. And that's it. There's people I see self-deport and then come back. The paperwork is done. At the end of the day, the American immigration laws need to change because it takes way too long. Why is it so piled up? Why is it backed up? It takes 7-8 years, right? 7-8 years for people to get their shit approved.
They always said it's background checks. That's what the normal reason I was always given is background checks.
Okay, so we're doing background checks. So then it's a requirement, right? It's a requirement. So people are okay with letting people who don't go through background checks enter the country. So you don't vet people, because when you think of it, when you buy a car, don't they vet you? They say, from a dealership, right? Mm-hmm. There's background checks when you get a gun, right? Depending on the state you live in, they do a background check on you. There's background checks when you apply for TSA pre-check. There's background checks for certain jobs. There's credit checks when you try to get a credit card. There's checks and balances.
So from what I was everything. From what I was trying to look up, like you have some random days where you just try to look into a lot like random stuff. Like one day you might be looking up animal facts or whatever and stuff like that. I always from what I've been looking into, apparently the American system really wants to vet if this person has did any crimes, if they are who they say they are, and if there's someone that's actually going to, abide by our laws, because you now have so many immigrants coming over where it looks like, because, they raise up all these different flags and stuff like that. It's like, do you really want to be, because keep in mind, guys, to be in a, because I know actual people that have gone through the system and I've seen it, they really want you to be like, okay, you want to be an American, we want you, background, all that stuff, you're an American now. That should mean something, right? Red, white, and blue, freedom of speech, and all other stuff. But anytime these big protests happen, the immigrants are always flying those different country flags. I thought you couldn't live in those countries because they're dictators and all other shit. And I agree with you, that's bad. But then why are you flying your other countries? Aren't you an American? You signed those papers, went through all that just to fly another country's flag?
I mean, you don't see people going over to those countries who are American and
they don't even want to go back. Those people don't want to go back. They want to stay here. You tell the people in Venezuela and Florida right now to go back. They laugh at your face. They probably just fucking slap the shit out of you, silly. Fuck if I'm going back. Yeah, because the country is good. Keep in mind, there's a lot of bad apples. I agree. But we do truly have a great place here. That's why people want to come over illegally, because it's really good here.
I've never seen a place that's so bad that anybody wants to go to.
No one out here is clamoring, let's go to Mexico. Nobody. I've never
Everybody is like, and then you got Americans who go to Canada and screw things up for Canadians because Canadians hate Canada. It's just as bad as America, even worse.
Yeah, Canada might be actually worse.
Americans go over there like, Canada is so great because of all these things. It's like, the Canadians like, it fucking sucks here.
Yeah, and keep in mind, when people talk about like capitalism and communism, it's like, guys, people do know communism has never succeeded. Because it can't work. Okay, if we're going off just theory alone, if people acted like that, yes, the world would be great. But that is just never how people are going to act. I don't know where this comes from with people. If you've lived life at any point, 16 years, 18 years, 21 years, you're at 40, right? You've been around.
No.
You're like
Jesus.
35. You're 35. I'm joking.
Jesus.
You've been around, what, 35 years? You've seen every form of person, no matter what. And if every single person you've ever met in your entire life had your best interest at heart, I imagine your life would be pretty good. Here's the news flash, guys. Here's the true moment here. That's not happening. That never happens. This thing about everyone should get along and we should all have equal... This is never going to be a thing, because keep in mind, let's break that down. Let's say you're a billionaire. Let's say I work at Starbucks, right? And let's say people advocate, you give me half your shit. Why is it okay to morally steal from you to give to me when you've done significantly more to better yourself than myself? How is that fair to that person that did more? That system punishes people who are successful and rewards people who are utterly incompetent.
And then what happens? You take, okay, I'm a billionaire. I give you my money. Now you're a billionaire. What you gonna do? You gonna give your money to the next person? Then you gonna give them the next person?
Ain't doing that. We know that person ain't doing that shit.
It's like the school teacher in New York was like, oh, if all the billionaires leave, we'll just take it over. Okay, you're gonna take it over, but you're gonna sit at the top and go, oh, I have some power. Oh, I should make more money, right? You're gonna greed. Greed happens. It's in people's heart to be greedy. Look at food. Look at people that leave out food for everybody. It says take one. What does one person come to do?
Oh,
I'm gonna take more.
Right, yeah, you'll see on Halloween
more
videos. Remember, but the families that leave out Halloween candy because they don't want to give them, they'll say, take a few or take one, like you said. Black people come up, take that whole shit.
Let's see Spanish people come up, take it. Indian, it's like
yeah.
It doesn't. I keep telling people, like, I'm at the point where it's like, it's not the race at the end of the day. It's just the person. It's the people. It's the environment. Like, if you don't have the mindset to take what you need, people take more than what they need. Again, everybody wants more than what they have. They have to. Billionaires always going to want more money.
Right.
They're always going to want more money.
Yeah.
Right. Like the billionaires who say like, oh, I'm fine paying more taxes. Kudos on them. They're going to pay more taxes because you know why? They don't notice it. Some of them don't even fucking know. It's like, oh, I lost, paid X amount of dollars in taxes. But I got a banker, a guy, he does my accountant stuff. And he's like, I know all the I
still have my hair, tricks. Guys. For asking, I still have my hair. It's just stylized differently. I had to get it detangled yesterday to get my hair braided, which I need to find my other person who used to do it. So no, my hair's not gone. It's just, as you can see, it's just stylized a little bit more different for a couple of days. But no, back to what you're saying. Yeah, it's just, because how does that work though? Because they always say the rich should give to the poor. Okay, let's say hypothetically I do that. let's say I give you, a poor person, half my shit. Do you now do all of that stuff that you said I should do? Because come on, dude, have you ever noticed that in their conversations? They're always telling you what you should do with your money. But I will say, okay, if you had my money, what would you do? And they're always giving like these crazy ideas. It's like, I know you would not do those things because that's not a normal. I'm sorry, guys. Normal people do not function like that. I'm sorry.
I know people who are in financial debt and have children, and when they get money from taxes, they don't pay off their debt. They just constantly put themselves in more debt. Like if you have kids and the government says here's an extra $3,000, your $3,000 should be paying your debt. No, they go, I'm gonna buy more stupid shit. Because I got money.
Like when people got those stimulus checks,
what do they do? Buy stupid shit.
Yeah. Do they invest it in anything? Do they put in like stocks or anything? No,
they didn't. They bought stupid shit. Exactly. And trust me, I was the dumb idiot too. When I got a little bit of money, I bought stupid shit and put myself in debt. Now I have money and I can buy stupid shit. But when I buy stupid shit, I'm guess what? I make sure my bills are paid off for.
Yeah.
I make sure I pay off all my bills. And if I got some money, I'll buy some stupid shit. That's it. I do side businesses when I get that extra money. You know that extra money going to? Paying off debt. If I balance it right, I say if I got a check for freaking $1,000, $100 is going to buy stupid shit.
Yeah, so and I was saying you're right. You should sometimes splurge on yourself, sometimes, but don't like splurge on yourself when you don't have any money. Because you know a lot of people do that in like card games or video games. They'll be like, "Man, I bought this like $500 console, but I can't make rent." What?
Your priorities are not there.
Yeah, priorities are not matching up there. Like that. That's insane for me too. When I get paid, money goes to my rent, money goes to my internet bill. Because obviously you don't have internet, you can't do this, right? And food, internet, rent, internet, food. I'm like, hey, once these are done, I can go buy whatever comic book or collected edition or anything I want. Because after that's paid first. But like a lot of people's got some fucked up priorities, right? Because even when they get money, they're not investing it in a thing that's going to give them some reasonable return. They're like, I bought some new Air Jordans. Well, you just can't be saved. You know?
Yeah, it's like, put like this. Let's imagine like, we were like Japan and we had they gave us free internet, right? Everybody got free internet. The internet that's free isn't going to be good as the internet you pay for. It's never is. Anything you get for free is not as good as the paid service. Look at Netflix. If it's free, you got ads. And you're getting 1080p. If you pay for it, you won't get ads. If you pay a little bit more, you won't get ads and you get 4K.
Dude, it's crazy, dude. There are people and keep in mind, guys, I'm not a big corporation guy, but I will say I do agree with them on some stuff. Keep in mind, if you want to have all this great Netflix stuff, a lot of you guys were advocating you just wouldn't pay for it at all. I would just take someone's password. Wait a minute. If this content on Netflix is so good that you're not willingly yourself wanting to pay for, is it really that good? Come on, you yourself wouldn't want to pay for it. You want someone else to pay for it. See, I got you guys. All are bullshitters.
Netflix is a fucking crooks. These motherfuckers released the new JoJo Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run Episode 1 or Act 1, and they said Act 2 isn't going to come out until the fall. Why the fuck did you release Act 1 if Act 2 and the rest of the episode isn't coming out to the fall?
Oh,
that's
God.
So they keep your ass. That's why Netflix switched from doing just a whole season to week things. Because you know why? They know you motherfuckers would just pay for the month to get it and be done. They say, no, we're going to keep your ass here. You're going to keep paying for this shit.
My live action One Piece, guys, I'll be honest here. I've watched One Piece ever since it was a thing in English dub here in America. I watched some of the sub too. I like the sub version better. I will say, you could literally watch all of One Piece, read all. I'll be honest with you. You could watch all of One Piece and the animated movies before that new season 3 comes out.
Guaranteed. Absolutely. They say season 3 is 2027. I'm telling you right now, these motherfuckers won't make it to fucking.
They want to do it all
Marine
the way.
Ford. They're not getting to Marine
12
Ford.
seasons. They want 12.
They're not getting to Marine Ford, bro. They're not getting to Marine Ford.
No,
you're never gonna see this motherfucker turn Gear 5. You're never gonna see him Gear 5 Luffy.
We're never gonna see him fight Lucy. Damn it!
We're never gonna. We'll probably see Water. I don't think we're gonna see Water 7. I don't see anything past fucking
Skypiea. Maybe
we'll be lucky we get Skypiea. We'll be lucky they
do you
get
think the ratings
Frankie.
are going to go down? The
No, I
ratings, or
think
maybe
it's
just the
just gonna be.
investment of money.
I think it's just like it's gonna fall off. Look at
Oh,
fucking Avatar. They're going to Boston Sing now. Aang looks like he's a fucking grown ass man now. Aang looks like a grown ass man. That kid who played Aang went from a little kid to a fucking grown ass man.
oh
Aang in
god.
the anime, in the cartoon, Aang is like what, 13? He's like 13 in the fucking show. This motherfucker's a grown ass man. And we supposed to get the fucking Fire Lord and shit. Like they're gonna speed run that shit. I play this. One Piece, I'm a fan of One Piece, right?
I love One Piece.
I
I do. Yeah.
I fucking my favorite character is 2020 Chopper. The 2020 Chopper, the live action, hated that shit. I hated that shit. He didn't fucking use a rumble ball. I was upset. They showed
Yeah.
rumble balls at the end. He was like, "Oh, ha ha ha! This is just something special." He didn't fucking do the weak point. He didn't fucking throw up the rock symbol and fucking do the weak point.
And dude, you know what's crazy with some of these One Piece live action fans? Keep on, if you've only been introduced to One Piece through that, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these people that say, well, if they're gonna adapt the manga, why don't you read the manga again? I mean, people are so retarded. One Piece is the highest selling manga ever. People have read it. It's statistically proven people have read it. Actually, you haven't read it. From all you fake fans out there, like, well, they shouldn't be adapting it 1-to-1 because if they're going to do that, why not just watch the anime? No shit. Why do you think you have a show if nobody watched the anime, you absolute dummy, you absolute retard? If nobody watched the anime, you wouldn't have the show because it wouldn't show as popular. You stupid fuck.
Look at this. Motherfuckers going to wait to 2029 to finish Demon Slayer. 2029 for the last Demon Slayer movie. Demon Slayer ended in 2017.
Yeah, they're using the movies to. See, I never watched Demon Slayer. So okay, so apparently, what the first movie is the first 2 seasons or something like that.
The first movie that they released,
Mugen Train.
Not the Mugen Train is the Mugen Train is supposed to be the season 2-ish. And then they actually do season 2 and 3, but the movies are not supposed to be like the final Infinite Castle.
I get what you're saying.
So they're doing like 4 movies because remember when they actually fight Michael Jackson, Muzan, it's a whole fucking thing. It's like a whole like 5 chapters.
Yeah.
So the first movie that came out was just them killing like 3 of the they killed one of the upper moons. Again, they killed like 2 upper moons. No, 2 upper moons. Yeah. There's still a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. There's still more upper moons. So you have to wait to 2029 to finish the anime. 2029 to finish the anime. 29 when the manga's been done since 2017. I finished the manga. I read the mangas and I finished it. And I was like, okay. One Punch Man fans, we got a season 3 and it was dog shit. The animation was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm reading One Punch Man. I'm way past the Monster Association arc. I'm like, it's so much happening.
That's what I wanted to ask you because One Piece is finally going to move to that model that Bleach is moving to, where it's going to be just a seasonal season and not a weekly episode release. Do you like that model for One Piece, not having the weekly model anymore?
I mean, to be honest, if it's gonna get through it, because it's supposed to be wrapping up now. I think One Piece is gonna end.
He said that years ago, dude. He said they were halfway done. 5 years. This motherfucker's lying. We know he's lying. He's rich. He's filthy rich. We
just got revealed of Imu-sama coming down, so he's been revealed.
It was revealed. I hate this anime sometimes.
So, but like, it's gonna come through. So I'm telling you, we're not seeing that animated to like 2027. We're not gonna see Imusama's animation to 2027 because we just got the Elbath. We just got there in the anime. We just got there. But here's the thing: spoiler alert, the first few episodes, they're not in Elbath. It's some other shit. So you're gonna go through like 10 episodes of them in that fucking Legoland.
Yeah, because people are saying, well, if you have that seasonal format, like a lot of the other traditional animes are moving to, like even Dragon Ball Super's remake is going to move to that format. They're going to have less filler. You know what? I was told the same thing when it came to these MCU Disney Plus shows. 8 episodes means no filler, straight to the point. Nope. I don't, especially for One Piece, I don't believe that. I do not believe for a second they're not going to have filler. If you think that, you're actually a moron. I'm sorry. If you think they're not going to have filler, you're a crackhead. You're actually sniffing crack.
You think they want you to stay around? They want you to be addicted. Look at what they're doing with they're making a One Piece Lego show with God King Usopp.
Aren't they gonna do? Dude, you know what's a few crazy? You know what's crazy about things now we watch these days? Like something will get announced, and then when you finally hear about it again, it's like 2 years later. I heard about this one like essentially One Piece Kai. We've heard about this One Piece Kai thing since like what 2024.
You mean the One Piece?
The One Piece.
The One Piece.
Yeah. Or like, because we heard about that in what 2024? Guys, we just got another reveal for it. Oh, a few days ago, actually.
Yeah.
This stuff's taking so long. What is taking?
Here's the thing. You could watch One Piece. You could get through like 4 arcs in like 4 hours. You know how? Because Netflix has the movies of the East Blue, the Alabasta arc, Skypiea. It has them in movie form, which is an hour and a half.
Way quicker. Yeah. You
get through it. It just cuts to the meat and potatoes.
Right.
So I think it ends at the movie stop at Water 7, and then you start watching the anime. I think the longest arc in the anime is fucking Dressrosa.
Yeah.
Dressrosa is the longest dragged out arc. It's the longest one. Super dragged out.
Do you think the fight between him and Doflamingo was worth it through all that buildup? I don't know.
Not really.
I think his fight with Lucy was a better.
I think his fight with Frank with what's the mochi guy?
Oh fuck! Oh god! Brain fried. No.
Yeah, that fight was way better because he got gear 3 and was doing Snake Man shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Snake Man. Like, come on.
If you look, because people said, "Oh well, One Piece season 1 has ended with no, it didn't, guys. One Piece is on like it's 7. No, One Piece is on like season 21.
But no, he's calling it season 1. That was season 1.
Oh no!
Because now he's switching to the season format. So it's like, okay.
I will never call that shit season 2. If that's season 2, I'm fried.
Listen, it don't matter because he got people. He got everybody.
Like when he said the series was almost halfway over when they were in that like that time scale. No, this motherfucker was lying, guys. Keep in mind from his point of view. This is what we have to go into here now. He can't end it. Want to know why he can't end it yet? Because people have been waiting to find out what the One Piece is. Well, ever since the first episode, obviously, right? Keep in mind, how many animes, TV shows have you watched throughout your entire life? You stuck with it since the beginning. You're that fan that you'll watch everything. Movies, video games. You're that dedicated. Only to have the end of the series happen, and then you felt like you want to go walk into oncoming traffic. Keep in mind, it was easy to start. That middle part with Marineford and Alabasta and all stuff was good, right? Now you're at this other stuff that everyone really likes now, apparently. How's he going to end it, though? Keep in mind, he's almost in the same where he can't end it. I would argue there's nothing he can create in his brain that is going to be satisfactory as a victory end for his series that he started. Keep in mind, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he can't write. I'm not saying any of that stuff. But what in the world could you possibly create through all these years to make it a satisfactory? No, dude, TV show, you know this, dude. TV shows are known for their bad endings. Animes are known. Anime's a little bit more different with better endings. It's a little bit more better.
I still think the worst ending in anime is
Someone Alchemist, the original, was the worst ending ever.
Brotherhood wasn't a bad.
No, Brotherhood, the original one, the original.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
The ending, so that was good too. But the ending, oh god, that's so bad.
I mean, we just got confirmation that the ending of Fire Force leads into Soul Eater, which is fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Fire Force becomes Soul Eater, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a Soul Eater remake because the ending of that anime was dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. It was a terrible ending. Chainsaw Man just ended, and that shit was terrible too.
Yeah, like anime isn't that too far from TV with having like bad endings. How many TV shows you guys have watched throughout your entire life had bad endings? Lost, How I Met Your Mother. That's
Never
just two of the biggest.
How I Met Your Mother. Dumb. Still got with Robin. Dumbest shit ever. Dumbest shit ever. How I Met Your Mother was him for fucking how many seasons talking about
ever, man.
The mother. Then he gets the mother. She dies of fucking a sickness, and then he still goes with Robin. Like, what kind of bullshit was this? This was dumb.
And it didn't work out anyway. All that build up for them to be together, and it didn't work out anyway. It's like, what the fuck we even built this up for?
No, at the very end, he gets with Robin again.
No, yeah. Sorry, Ted. But remember when Barney was trying to get Robin at the very end, and they were building it up as like, oh, Barney's gonna. It ended anyway. It's like, why did you build this up then? It's like, fucking, oh god. There's nothing he can create that can be satisfactory. Because keep in mind, it might be one of the biggest most letdown endings ever for a series, because what could the One Piece be? I know Whitebeard said the One Piece is real, but what could it be though? He did say it's an object. Unless this object is like the Hogyoku and grants wishes, I don't really know what it could be, honestly. Because what could
I'm
he make?
telling you, the One Piece is just gonna be a big ass poneglyph that says some bullshit, and that's
the
why
friends along the way.
That's why fucking Goldie Roger was laughing, because he was like, we did all this for this is the One Piece. Haha. I've seen the One Piece. That shit. Wow. Haha. This is the One Piece.
The true One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be that. It's telling you gonna be that. It's gonna be fucking ancient writing that says like the journeys you have faced, the experience, and that's why Goldie Roger was laughing. I was like, I'm out of here. Like, this shit is stupid. And everybody else that was on that ship was like,
when One Piece ends finally, the last animated, like the last manga chapter, the last animated episode ever. I'm talking like over. I'm not talking like sequel series that it may have. Well, with like their kids and stuff, because you know it always happens. Like their kids.
That's not gonna. No, don't do it. Don't. They're not gonna.
You know this. Luffy and Nami get together. They have a kid.
It's not gonna be Luffy and Nami. It's gonna be Luffy and Boa Hancock.
It should be.
It's gonna be Luffy and Boa.
You're right.
They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna end it. It's gonna be like
Usopp better not randomly end up with like Nico Robin. He does not deserve that bitch.
You know what's gonna happen? This is how One Piece is gonna end. They're not gonna show us the One Piece. They're gonna get the laugh tail. They're gonna all see the One Piece, and I'm like, this is it. Is it? And then Luffy's gonna put his hat down, start giggling and laugh and everything, and it's like, and then they're all gonna start laughing and everything, and we're not gonna see what the One Piece is, and it's gonna go the end.
Then the caption goes, "Thank you" from Oda, and then the internet is on fire. Guys, like, I'm not gonna lie. People usually say
I hope he does that.
The internet will be literally on fire. Maybe I'm talking like you'll see videos of people burning their manga collection of One Piece if that happens.
No, so this is gonna happen. Maybe they see the One Piece, they laugh and everything, right? Sure. They don't show it to us. Cuts to black, right? We think we're gonna see it. No, Luffy's the king of the pirates now. Mm-hmm. Blackbeard is probably doing some other shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. Shanks, whatever. Who knows what's happening?
Yeah.
But we don't see the One Piece, or they do like a small cutaway to Laugh Tale and they zoom in on the One Piece and they show us what it is. And it's a fucking pornograph that we can't read because only certain people can read this shit. And that's the One Piece. The pornograph that says in the writing One Piece. The One Piece to the puzzle of the world. Who fucking knows?
Because are they ever gonna finish out everyone else's dream? Zoro is supposed to be world's greatest swordsman. Nami's supposed to travel the whole world. Sanji seeing that ocean. Chopper best medical doctor or whatever you wanted to be, or some shit like that. Like, are they gonna have their dreams?
I doubt it. I doubt
you don't think Zoro becomes world's greatest swordsman? You don't think so?
I doubt it. I don't think so.
Good Lord. I've been let down by so many anime toward their endings where I don't know. It's actually smarter as the author of a mangaka to keep it going, because you got someone Bleach ended, and then he revealed
Bleach ended how many times,
and then Kubo says basically, you know what, you guys were right. I kind of ran it down. I was really burnt out. So he admitted he kind of just wrote some bullshit just so he could stop doing the anime because he was just that tired. Keep in mind, I understand based off your working conditions, you will get burnt out. I understand it, but it's like, these guys aren't afraid of just sandbagging some shit just to get it over, just to finish it, right? Oda's taken off the anime, for health reasons, like that. I just don't believe there's a world like you think. There's no way he creates something that's going to satisfy everyone's interest in the ending of the series. But before we head out, last few things, Ashley, man, do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about? I know you don't do as much content creation anymore, so what are you kind of navigating with that? You retired, or are you done?
No, I still stream every now and then. I do a little content creation with Duty Bear and Pals. I do stream every now and then. I just did a charity stream for at Landfest, this past 2 weeks ago. So it's still there. I still stream every now and then, but that is big, but nothing really, really planned. Content creation is just like a hobby for me now. But that's nothing really planned. But who knows what the future holds? Who knows?
That's true. Any shout outs you want to give to anyone in particular, and anything else you want to say before we head out?
Shout out to the Duty Bear and Pals crew. We always doing our thing. Shout out to
don't you still talk to Gothix?
Shout out to my boy B Pala. Yeah, I still talk to Gothics. She's listen. She's running for like Congress in Rhode
That's
Island.
huge.
So
That's huge.
Congresswoman Gothics. Shout out to her. Shout out to B Polished. Shout out to my homie Lizard Seagull. Shout out to Fiend Ocular. Squid. Shout out to there's so many people to shout. There's too many people to shout. Shout out to Ruin Leon. Shout out to him. Shout out to Jesus Christ. So many people. Shout out to MSK for having me on the show. Appreciate you bringing me back. You motherfucker.
Me? Yeah, Top G Rizmaster gets all the ladies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Man, this is the kind of guy to be having threesomes with hot ladies every single weekend, guys. Don't let this guy fool you.
Who, me?
Out here.
Me? Okay, yeah.
Banging all these broads. Dude, these broads ain't got no standards these days. Dude, have you seen your street videos?
Okay.
In your state, I see all these fucking street interviews, all these ratchet ass whores out there being like, I love getting trains ran on me. I love getting the DP. You know they have the black guy finish.
I'm not meeting them. You know why? Because I go to work, I go to the gym, I come home, and I just
they would consider you boring now. Like, you're not exciting enough for us.
Good.
Good. Like, I'm retired now. Girls annoy me. I agree too. Yeah. It was great to have Dela on the show once again. Always great talking to you, man. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. And yeah, man, it's always a good conversation to have with you, man. We always seem to have a pretty good, nice time here. You gotta get back. Maybe at one point you'll be like the Kaisenet again.
No, never. I'm too old.
You don't want to do like random MTV cribs where you're just bringing a horse in. You brought a horse inside of his room. That's crazy.
No. Stupid shit with the money. No.
Okay, maybe not a horse. Let's say you just bring in a tiger because they're empathetic.
Stop it. Stop. You bring in a tiger, motherfucker. I want to see you do that shit.
I want to see
you get to that level.
I'm jumping out a window if I face that thing. MSK broads got no standards these days. Also, MSK, I get all the ladies. You know what? Hey, see, you gotta be a little contradictory in your own statements, though. That's how it works around here.
Damn, homie. Damn.
Yeah. But thank you guys for coming by, and we'll see you guys later.